Hello and welcome to Wings 421 Online Technical Writing. I will be your instructor for the semester. My name is Daniel Little. I am a fifth-year PhD student in rhetoric and composition, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get going, excited to get you guys writing, doing stuff, because that's the point of this. So this is the first video. This is going to be I'm going to try and do an overview of the syllabus, much like I would on that first kind of like syllabus day, sitting in front of you, walking through some of the course policies and what we're doing. So if you haven't already, go onto the course website, which is on Blackboard, and download the syllabus. Now the syllabus will be in the folder that says Syllabus and Important Documents, and it'll be at the top under Syllabus. So go there and do it now. I'll give you the time. Pause the video now. Have you paused? Are you done? Are you good? All right. So I'm Dan Little. I'm going to be your instructor. So in this class, the goal is to learn to produce effective technical documents. So some of you in this class are engineers. Some of you in this class are in aviation or flight, or in medical disciplines, or in chemistry, or in the sciences, or maybe you're just in business and you're taking this class to get the requirement out of the way. Regardless, you as a student at Purdue have or will have some sort of expertise that one day you will need to communicate to other people. So in some cases, you'll need to communicate that to the public, and sometimes you'll need to communicate that to other professionals, and sometimes they're going to have your expertise, and sometimes they're not. And so part of the goal of this class for me is to help you find ways to communicate that technical information without going too jargony and still seeming like a professional. Those are kind of like the two large goals. Let's see. So on this first page, if you're scrolling through with me, you can see my email address, which is DLIDDLE or DeLittle. So you can, in your mind, when you are going to bed or when you have an assignment you're writing, you're like, God, that DeLittle always assigning me things. On the other side of the world. I don't know where you are. That is my email. You can also see under there my Skype address. During my office hours, you can Skype me or drop me an email to say, Mr. Little, I'm trying to Skype you, but you're not on Skype. That will also work. My office, if you are in West Lafayette, which I will be for much of the time, is Hevelon 303E. It is a weird cubicle place, but I am on the outside and my voice travels, as you might be able to tell. So just come in, drop in during those office hours on 2:30 to 4:30 on Wednesday. And if you want to make it some other time, or if you just want to hang out on Skype, let me know or drop me an email. The communication in this class is going to be important because I can't see you. I can't talk to you. I can't look over your shoulder at your projects. So you need to be able to tell me when things are going awry, when you're confused about something, when we need to talk. I cannot keep track of everything. And you'll see that as a theme throughout the syllabus. So down at the bottom of that first page, you can see that the textbook we're going to be using is right here. It is Technical Communication Today. I'll get my mouth out of the thing. Technical Communication Today, the 5th edition. It does need to be the 5th edition. There will be some case studies we talk about, some of the questions in the book that are not in the 4th or the 3rd or the 2nd. I've had some people try to get to the 2nd. No, you get the 5th edition. I promise that's the edition we're going to be using, so don't buy another edition. There will also be quizzes just about every week on the passages of the book, so make sure you get the book. So underneath there, you can see we have 5 course goals. One is audience analysis and audience-aware writing. We're going to be writing a lot of documents. Some are the same document for 2 different audiences. So audience analysis is huge, and one of the things that I would say the students that take this class come out saying they have learned is to do audience analysis, to think about different audiences and how they need to write in different ways for those audiences. I also want you to be able to complete critical analysis of different writing situations. So you look at the situation, you say, all right, here are the kind of like different factors I need to be thinking about as I'm writing for these different audiences. We'll also be doing some stuff with document design, which means that you are going to need to have some design software that you use. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. Project management, so some of the projects are bigger or have multiple parts to them, and I want you to be writing a lot about how you're completing those projects or what are the stages that you're going through to complete those projects. And then finally, ethical awareness. There will be some cases that we go through in the class that are purely about ethical communication or ethical situations, and so that will also be one of the many things that we'll cover. Down below that, You can see in the kind of like managing online coursework, my two biggest worries of the online class is that there are times when I am not able to clarify instructions all that much. That's why I'm talking to you via video right now. So if you have a question, email it to me. I can also send those things out to the rest of the class. And then also that it's harder to collaborate. So I will be assigning some group work, some group projects in this class, and you will need to be communicating electronically with some of those people and not being able to be in face-to-face. But that's kind of the world we live in, and that is kind of part of being a kind of like 21st century communicator and writer. So we will move to that. On the right side, you can see my three tips going into this course are: 1, read through the course materials carefully and ask me questions when my verbal instructions seem to differ from my written instructions. Because if that is the case, then I need to correct those things, or it may be that you're misunderstanding the instruction. So read through the course materials carefully. 2, I've said this already twice, and we're only 6 minutes in this video. Let me know about problems, and then take participation and collaboration seriously. So when I tell you participate in the blogs, get in there and write. It will help you in the long run. All right. The 5 major assignments in this class, our first unit of the semester, I'm going to have individual videos on these as well to kind of walk you through them. The first one is going to be job documents. We're going to be doing resumes. We're going to be doing cover letters. We're going to be video interviews. And that is kind of like a regular part of technical communication courses. 2, I want you to write an artifact analysis. I want you to take an example of technical communication, and I want you to tell me why it is effective or why it is ineffective and why it matters. And that will be due kind of like at a random stage in the semester that we will get to. 3, one of the big assignments is technical description. So I'm going to ask you to write 2 different technical descriptions, one for the public and one for a more expert audience in your field. So, for example, someone last semester wrote 2 sets about model planes because he loves model planes. He didn't want to write about his discipline. Doesn't like his discipline enough. So we wrote one about 2 people that know nothing about model planes, about this one particular type of model plane. And the other one he wrote 2 like model plane enthusiasts with the information that they needed about model planes. So one of our major assignments. And then the last one is technical instructions. And that unit will also require you to create 2 sets of instructions. One will be on Instructables.com, and the other will be a printable set of instructions that I can physically print out and read as a document. So those 2 things. There will also periodically be 1 blogging and 2 quizzes and an exam at the end. So be prepared for all those things. I'm going to walk you through, through blogging in another video, so don't be too worried about that. On that right side of that third page, you can see 3 things. 1, late work. I will not make up the majority of assignments. If there is something that is unavoidable, you should let me know before the deadline actually hits. So let's say you know, hey, Mr. Little, the deadline is 2 days away, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to make it, and I also have another deadline on that day. Can I get a day extension? I will maybe be able to give you that. I may not. We will find out. But you have to ask about things before the deadline comes up, and then I will hold you to that deadline. Otherwise, there will be an automatic deduction of 1 letter grade or 10% per every single day that the assignment is late. I will also just not grade some things late. So if they're smaller assignments, I will just simply not take them. You will take the 0. For example, on blogging, I will just give you the 0 because I don't want to spend too much of my time following you around for small grades. It's a poor use of my time, and I also don't want you to be spending your time trying to complete small assignments when you should be trying to move forward with the class. 2, I guess, I don't know, collaboration. Yeah, let me know if stuff's going bad, if no one's talking to you, and you're in a group and you've sent out a lot of messages. Let me know early. I will try and take care of it. I will talk to them. And then finally, for final grades, a full A is going to stop at a 94. So A is 100 to 94, A minus 93 to 90, B plus 89 to 87, etc., etc., etc. So, and I will then not budge on rounding people up because of this system. So if we were at the other way where it was a flat 90 as an A, I think a lot more about rounding people up in those situations. So know that already. Email policies. Give me 24 hours to respond. I know it's an online class and we have to get stuff done, but give me some time. I am a human being. I will expect you guys to be able to respond. I'll give you guys 24 hours to respond. So that will slow down communication a little bit. And again, I am writing my dissertation currently at Purdue, so I am going to procrastinate. And if your email gets me out of having to do other things that I hate, I will probably do it, because it's just it's the world I live in. So I will probably respond pretty quickly. I tend to respond really quickly to emails, but don't bug me again until it's been 24 hours. With that said, if it's been 24 hours or a week or whatever, do bug me. Write me another email. If I receive 3 emails in 3 days and I just haven't responded to them, that's on me at that point. Okay. But don't send me 2 emails in a row on the same day, because I may not have had time to get back to you about it. With that, please don't call me Dr. Little. I'm not Dr. Little. Don't call me Dan or Daniel. Just call me, say, Dear Mr. Little. I like to be called Mr. Little. It's how I live my life. So I hope you respect that. Write your emails professionally, so I want there to be something in the subject line that tells me what class you're in and what the problem might be. Say your name somewhere in the body of the email. And if you send it from your phone, please still have paragraphing to it. Don't write it as one long sentence. It is just respectful for me to do that. And the second thing is, be clear about what you want me to do. So if you want me to answer a question, if you were like, either it's this way or it's that way, and I want an A or a B, let me know. If you want me to come meet you for a thing, if you want to have an office hours, let me know. But be clear on what you want out of the answer. If you're confused about something, don't just say, I'm confused. Tell me, what is the problem and how can I clear up that confusion? So, academic integrity. I will be checking for plagiarism on all of the things that you send in. My assignments are not the easiest to plagiarize, because they're just kind of weirder assignments, but there are some opportunities where you can, and I will put the kibosh on that pretty quickly. There are also some assignments that may seem like there is no way to do it other than to plagiarize, or where you might say, I want to do this, but that would probably be plagiarizing. Send me an email about that if you have any questions. I will clear those up before you turn the thing in. Let's see, and I've got both my statement and Purdue statement there. All right, 5th page, final one. Use the Purdue Writing Lab. So you can see there in the Writing Lab thing, you can still use the Writing Lab even if you are studying abroad, even if you are in China or Europe or Australia or wherever. You can still log on and send your papers to the Writing Lab to get feedback. Now, in an online class, it will be harder to get feedback, because I can't, like I said, walk around, look over your shoulder and say, hey, Johnny, this is not right, or you really should think about moving that spacing a little bit closer together. You know who can do that is the Writing Lab. So not only sending stuff to me, not only getting peer review from your partners, but send those things to the Writing Lab. And on there, I have the link to sign up for an appointment. There are 2 ways to sign up for an appointment. One is called an online appointment. So in that, you would have a live chat window with your document. You would ask them questions. They would talk to you. The other one is called e-tutoring, and you would send in your document and say, hey, tutor, from 3:30 to 4:30, take a look at this. And then at the end, send me your comments. And they will look at it, and then they will send you the comments. So you can even do that. So take advantage of it. They are wonderful. They're one of the best writing labs in the whole country. And you could say the world. They're one of the world leaders. So use them. They are so good. The links are there. The final thing, keep me in the loop at the very bottom. The earlier you let me know about problems, either with your grade or with your life or with completing the work, or even just if you can't get on the course website, the better. So let me know early. The other thing is grief absence policy. So let me know early if someone in your family has passed, because that is a very sad thing. I will have to probably send you to the Office of the Dean of Students to get that settled. But let me know, because I will listen, but I need to know earlier rather than later. The final thing is, if you have a learning disability, if you need documents at a certain time, since it's an online class, maybe you have a very, very busy end of the semester and you want to complete some things ahead of time, let me know. I will work with you. But I will not listen to arguments long after the fact about what we're doing. So that's the syllabus. That's what we're doing. It's where we're headed. Let me look at other things that I'm trying to let you know. Okay, the important things that you should be doing now. first thing, buy the book. You're going to need to take a quiz by Friday this week at midnight on the book. It is not going to be graded. It's just so that I can let you know how you did, but you do need to have it done. The other thing is, check out Blackboard. All of the things are on Blackboard, so click around, get a feel for where all of the readings are, where the assignments are. I think it's pretty logical, but you may need to check it out. The third thing is going to be signing up to be an author on our WordPress site. You will need to, every single week, complete a blog post on our WordPress site. And the way to do that is you will have to sign in as an author and become an official author and then write your post. And I will create another video to kind of walk you through that. So watch the WordPress video, watch the one about blogging, and then watch the one about Unit 1, because I'm going to explain kind of like what the first 5 weeks, what the assignments are, what we're working on, and how those are going to work. So check out Blackboard, check out the course site, check out what we're doing. And other than that, you know, welcome to the semester. It's going to be fun. I love teaching this class. It's very good. I know you out there are very smart, very dedicated, very motivated individuals, and I'm excited to teach it. So, oh yeah, the last thing. One of the ways that I'm going to communicate with you is to create a kind of a check-in video every weekend to say, all right, this week, remember, here's what's due, here's what's on the calendar, here maybe is a change that I'm going to make. Watch those videos. There may be a time when you're like, this video is uploaded, but I don't really want to watch it, or I don't have time. There's no telling what I might say in those videos. I might be saying, there are big problems with the assignment you all turned in. You need to change it. Or I might say, this thing that's due this week, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's too much on your plate. I realize that, and I don't want to assign X and Y. So the videos that I'm going to produce, other than these like stable videos about the class, they are videos that you should watch and that you should listen to. So with that, I know it's been a lot. I know you've really gotten into it, and it's been almost 18 minutes of video. So I will let you guys go for now. I know there's a lot to watch. So I'm excited to get to know you, to read your writing, and I hope you're excited to take this class. So other than that, from me, Mr. Little, signing off and just saying adios.